The Golden State of California features an almost limitless number of outdoor activities. There are cliffs to explore, mountains to climb, and of course, water to fish from San Diego to San Francisco and everywhere in between. What are the finest spots to fish in California? With all of these streams, lakes, rivers, and even the ocean at their disposal, we dive deep into the California angler's mind to find the top 10 fishing places in the West Coast's largest state. Number 1. The San Joaquin Delta. Every angler's wish list should include a trip to the San Joaquin Delta, which runs through California. With large bays swimming over hundreds of miles in its waterways, you can also capture catfish, stripers, sturgeons, and other species. Even a whale once got lost in there. This is the number 1 spot on every list of the greatest location to fish in California. Number 2. The McCloud River. The McCloud River trout are guaranteed to have an impact. The river, you see, is home to the famous Oncorhynchus micus rainbow trout species. From Argentina and Chile to New Zealand, this species has been used to stock streams all over the world. Of course, the stream has more to offer than its famous and flamboyant residents. This river flows through densely forested areas and is strewn with enormous rocks. The river's chilly waters ensure a rich aquatic bug hatch in addition to maintaining an excellent trout population. So pack your bags and prepare to be awestruck. You're going to meet the world's most renowned fish. Number 3. Clear Lake. Aside from the Delta, Clear Lake is perhaps the most popular site in the state for bass fishing. With warm temps, abundant bait fish, and enough coverlets, these fish grow into monsters, and you'll catch 6+ pounders all year. Clear Lake is a national treasure and one of the best places in California to fish. Clear Lake's waters are teeming with largemouth and smallmouth bass. Spring is the finest time of year to go bass fishing. During the spring months, there is a lot of bass in the shallow waters. Anglers that employ fly fishing techniques have the best luck between June and October. The best times to fish for bass in Clear Lake are early mornings and late evenings. When the light is dim, bass bite swell. Fish the lake from dawn to 2 hours after sunrise, or from 2 hours before sunset to twilight. Bass have long been the primary goal for lake anglers. Clear Lake is a great place to go bass fishing. Number 4. The Lake Shasta. Shasta Lake is the king of California fishing lakes. The unrivaled heavyweight champion, Shasta Lake is California's largest man-made reservoir, covering 30,000 acres and boasting approximately 370 miles of shoreline. Lake Shasta, as it is also known, is one of the state's deepest lakes, with nearly 500 feet of water sustaining a thriving 2-story fishery. This Northern California reservoir is deep, cold, and large enough to support large populations of cold water game fish like trout and salmon, as well as warm water species like bass and crappie. It is also an all-year fishery. There is no season when you can't leave the lake with a live well full of fish, from the dog days of summer to the freezing winter months. Shasta Lake has limitless opportunities for anglers. However, the lake's immense size can be both a blessing and a curse. With 4 major arms and innumerable creek mouths, coves, and points, catching fish isn't necessarily the most difficult endeavor. It's locating them. Shasta Lake, formed with the completion of the Shasta Dam in 1944, is an impoundment of the Sacramento River and its tributaries the McCloud River, Pitt River, and Squaw Creek. Number 5. The Santa Monica Pier. The Santa Monica Pier in Southern California is best known as a beachgoer's tourist destination, but it is also one of the greatest spots to fish in California. Catch halibut, herring, surf perch, sculpin, calico bass, and mackerel from the end of the pier. Tip: go later in the evening when it's less packed. The bite will still be there. Number 6. The Lake Almanor. Lake Almanor contains stocked fish, and its smallmouth bite hard. This massive man-made lake is also breathtakingly beautiful, and it is home to one of Northern California's famed fog pockets. Pulling in fish through the fog will make you feel like a superhero when you're up at dawn attempting to capture that morning bite. At number 7. The Lake Cuyamaca. Every year, Lake Cuyamaca receives around 45,000 pounds of stocked rainbow trout, and the steady San Diego County temperatures allow you to catch those trout on Christmas Day or the 4th of July. There are also lots of 7+ pound bass in these Julian, California waters. Because of the minimal population pressure, you'll be able to catch them on a variety of bass fishing bait. Number 8. The Castaic Lake. Castaic Lake is well known for its monster largemouth bass fishing. March appears to be the greatest month for catching a trophy fish. Striped bass, rainbow trout, catfish, and crappie may also be found in the lake. The lagoon supports healthy populations of trout and largemouth bass. Shore fishing is only permitted on the lagoon's east side. The lagoon allows night fishing, which is ideal for catching catfish. Near the main boat launch ramp, a state record largemouth bass was captured. Bass fishermen's favorite spots on the lake include Government Cove, the waters off Sharon's Rest, Suicide Point, and the area near Sea Point. Bass fishermen also note the region near the West Boat Ramp. Stripers are frequently captured around Kong Island, Sea Point, and the upper reaches of Elizabeth Canyon. Rainbow trout enjoy deep water close to the dam. Catfish prefer the shallows of coves and regions around the dam. Panfish may be seen in the cove at Hawk's Nest. Fish around the rocks on the south edge of Castaic Lagoon and near the East Ramp. Other great spots are the south coast near the bridge. Number 9. The Russian River. The Russian River winds through the hills of Northern California, where it may become hot in the summer, yet the smallies will still bite. If you come early in the fall, you may catch a limit of steelhead standing on the bank. And closer to Thanksgiving, the large steelhead occupy most of the river on their run. River fishing. You may fish from the bank, standing in the river in winter with waders, or from a boat on the river. Although small motorboats are permitted on the river, most visitors carry or hire a canoe or kayak and paddle to a nice fishing site. Under federal law, every beach accessible by boat is public access, although individual property owners may not view it that way, and many have put no trespassing signs to prevent public usage of their beaches. Number 10. The Coronado Ferry Landing Pier. This is a bit of a hidden gem, but it is one of the greatest spots to fish in California. Tons of saltwater species including sand bass, spotted bay bass, mackerel, and bonito may be found along the back of the pier where the Coronado Island ferry lands. Because the water is so clear and shallow, lighter tackle is required. You may even come across rays, sharks, and other marine predators attempting to capture the same fish you are.